Hello everybody, it's Wendy, and today we are going to make a bracelet to match this necklace that we made using products from the Bargain Bead Box, May 2023. I don't know why I've had such a hard time with this one. I keep wanting to call it April, like every time. I don't know why. I'm just so behind or so confused or something. But anyway, we're going to make the bracelet to go with this. So first of all, our encouraging word for today. This is a little thing by Barbara Johnson, who is a comedian, and she says, "Some say truth is stranger than fiction. Others say it isn't stranger, just more rare. One thing is for sure, if you tell the truth, there is less to remember." And that is so true. No matter what, don't ever let yesterday use up too much of today. If it sneaks up on you, turn the tables on it. Like interest rates, make trouble work for you, not against you. You don't always need a comedian to make you laugh. Once you get started, you can pull a few one-liners out of the bag yourself. When someone says life is hard, say, "I prefer it to the alternative, don't you?" When somebody else complains about getting old, answer, "Right now, I'm just sitting here being thankful that wrinkles don't hurt." Life is too short to spend it being angry, bored, or dull. That was never God's intention. Maybe boredom and dullness aren't on any list of the sins in the Bible, but they will sap your joy if you tolerate them. So I think that's really good advice. And I think Barbara Johnson passed away, but she was a very, very funny lady. Okay, so here's our necklace. I love the way this turned out. This is probably one of my favorites that I've ever made. I just like it. I don't know why I like it so much, but I do. And so we're going to make a bracelet to go with it. Now, the bracelets I have on today, let me just say, these are made by Beth Gregor. Here is her card, and you all need to check her out if you're looking for a unique, whoops, come on now, why are you not focusing? A unique gift for somebody. She does beautiful, beautiful, beautiful bead weaving. So check that out. Isn't that not gorgeous? Oh my goodness, yes. So check Beth out. Okay, so what you're going to need if you want to make this bracelet, I'm going to use this gigantic toggle. I really like these toggles. They were huge, but I think they're really cool. And I used this one on the necklace, so we're just going to use the other one on the earrings, or on the bracelet. Good grief, I can't even talk. I'm using 2 of the rings, these little, I don't know what they're called, but these little corrugated or whatever rings that I used on here. I'm using some of the spacer beads, and let me just say, these spacer beads, 3 of mine were hooked together, which would be 6, I guess, of mine were hooked together. I had sets, and all I did was take my cutters like this, and the ones that were stuck together, I just took it and put it in there and squeezed, and they came right apart. So I did that with all 3 sets that were stuck together. So if you have some stuck together, try that. And we're using what's left of the chain. I used a bunch of that chain, so we're going to use what's left. We are using some of the eye pins. We are using some ball head pins. These are from my stash. We're using some of the jump rings. And then the beads, we're going to use the Apatite nuggets or chips, and these beautiful cracked glass lantern faceted beads. Okay, so if you are not familiar with Bargain Bead Box, it is a monthly beading subscription service. It is $20, no, it's less than $20, like $19.49 shipped to your door. It has a value normally of, well, this month is $77, and you get a coupon to use in their sister store when you subscribe to the box. And it's a 30% off to use continually, so it's basically a continual 30% discount all the time. You get it every month. And I have a coupon code for $2 off. If you want to subscribe to the Bargain Bead Box, you can use the $2 off coupon to get $2 off your first month's box. Or if you just want to shop in their store, you don't have to be a subscriber to shop in their store. You just don't get the coupon if you're not, but if you want to shop in their store, you can use my coupon code for $2 off your first purchase in their store, but you can only use that coupon code once, so just keep that in mind. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start out by making a link to link these 2 together, and we're going to use some chips in these little thingies here. So I'm going to put a couple chips on my eye pin. What I'm trying to do, so I use the nuggets, the Apatite nuggets on the necklace. See this little link right here? That's the Apatite nuggets. I don't have any more of the nuggets, so I'm just mimicking that with the links. So I'm doing, with the chips. So 2 chips, a metal spacer, the rondelle bead, another metal spacer, and 2 more chips. And that is going to be my link for my bracelet. There we go, just like that. I think it makes such a pretty little link. I don't know what it is about this blue, I just love it. All right, so let's go ahead and bend this 90 degrees. You have to be a little careful with these chips and nuggets not to break them when you're rolling back your loop, so just be a little mindful of that. You just have to be kind of gentle because they can definitely break. All right, rolled back that loop. I'm going to hook that together. I think I'm going to do 2 of them. So I'm going to do 1 more. A couple reasons. 1, because I just like the look of it. And 2, because I feel like it needs a second one to make it sturdy enough. So same thing. I'm trying to use some of my bigger chunks here, or bigger nuggets. Not nuggets, chips. I can't get it right today. I can't get anything right today. Everything I have said has been just like that. Talking has been hard today for some reason. What's wrong with me? It's been difficult. And I filmed like 4 videos today too, so obviously they're all going to be silly, goofy. Me jumbling my words around videos. I don't know what's up with me today. I'm just not with it. Some days are that way. This is one of them. All right, there we go. So there they are. I'm going to use jump rings to hook them to that bigger ring because I feel like that they lay much better. So I'm going to use these 6mm jump rings that came in the box this month. There's 3. I need 1 more. 4. Okay. So I'm just going to take them and hook them right on there. I feel like jump rings on links like this make them lay so much better. They don't get twisted up and messed up and all that. So there's that. Two there, and we need 2 over here. All right, there we go. Make sure they're closed up good. And there's our little middle focal piece. Now, on the necklace, we did all these little dangles around the crystal stone. So I think what I want to do here is do a bunch of the little dangles, but I think I want to do them in the middle here, in between these, and have them laying in this way. I know this is probably not making sense. It will in a minute. So that it can keep these spaced apart a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make about 10 little dangles here. And to do this, I just take a couple of the chips on each little eye pin. I don't do head pin. I don't do very many chips on each one, just 1 or 2. And the reason for that is I just want them to be tiny little small dangles. I don't want a whole big, you know, big thing. So I'm doing, I bent that 90 degrees. I'm coming up and over with my wire and around. I'm making a wrapped loop. So I'll have this little loop here, and I'm just going to wrap with my tail around a couple of times. And then I'm going to trim this off. And I'm thinking that's the way that I'm going to do it. Now I may start doing these loop. There I go again. Talking's hard. I may do these drops or dangles or whatever we're going to call them on here, and they don't look right. So I may take them off. But I think if I can put them right in there, I think that's what I want to try to do. I don't want a whole bunch, just a few. So anyway, I'm going to do about 4 or 5 per side with about 2 chips on each one. So go ahead and make up your little dangles. You might want to watch this video completely first and see if you want to make them, if you want to even do that. I'm not sure how they're going to turn out on here. Like I said, I've not done this yet. I'm just now doing it, so it's kind of a design as I go thing. But I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do, but if you're not sure if you want to do it, then you can watch the video and see how it turns out. Then make a better informed decision, right? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, make 10 little dangles, and I will be right back. So I've made my little dangles, some of them, and the more I'm looking at this, the more I'm thinking that I don't like it. I don't want to, I mean, I like them on here. They look cute on here. I don't think I'm going to put them on the bracelet just because, I don't know, I just don't like the way they look. So, what I am going to do is use the chain, and I may do one more link on either side here. So, I think I will do that. I'll go ahead and do a couple more of the links like I did here. And I don't know why, I just don't like the way that the dangles hang in the middle for some reason. I think they'll be a pain. They'll be just flopping around and in the way and just a pain. So let's just make a couple more links. Now you can do them if you want to. The more I look at it, the more I think it's not going to look the way I want it to look. So just going to make a couple more of these links. There's a bunch of chips. You have to be kind of careful that you get ones that are not drilled too close to the edge, because they will break if they're drilled too close to the edge. Alrighty. So that one I'm going to hook on there. Do the same thing. I'm just going to save those for maybe the earring, probably the earring. I will probably use them and do the same style on the earring that I did on that, just not using the quartz piece, but probably using one of these clear beads instead. Okay. And let me see, find a couple more chips here that aren't drilled too close to the edge. There we go. So if you haven't subscribed and you want to see the earrings that I put up, then you need to subscribe. It's free to subscribe. Doesn't cost anything. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button. But you need to hit the bell too, and they will notify you, YouTube will, when I upload. So if you don't want to miss anything, that's the way to not miss anything. I think I'm going to try to use these little 4mm jump rings to hook these on here, because I think that'll look best. So I'm just going to take this little link here, and I'm going to hook it on the ring on either side. So one on this end. These little jump rings are thick too. They're very nice. And one on this other end. Okay, just like that. And then I'm just going to measure. So, you know, I don't need a ton of the chain. I just need a little bit on either side. So, and thankfully this chain opens, which is nice. And with this toggle, I really don't need much of the chain because that is a huge toggle. So I'm just going to do like probably 5 links of chain on either side. We'll start with that. Or let's do 6. 6 on either side. I don't want it to be too big. I can always take, you know, a couple links out. So let's go right here. Man, some of these jump rings, or these chain links are really hard to get closed back up. They are thick, which is good, but really, really, there we go, difficult to get them closed back up sometimes. Okay, so there's one. Now let me look here. I can tell if it's going to be, that might work. We'll try it and see. So what did I do? 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On the other end, and we're just going to hook our toggle on, and our bracelet will be done. So I'm going to save those little dangles and put them on a pair of earrings. I think that that'll be really cute to go with this. Oh, I don't know why. Well, I do need to close that back. Okay, now I'm just going to hook my toggle on. Let me see if it's going to be too crazy big. Probably could have gone with 5 links, so I am going to take one off just because I don't want it to be too big. All right, we'll stick this guy on. Okay, same thing on the other side. Just going to take one ring off. I should have just gone with the 5, but should have gone with my gut, but no, I was like, oh, I can fit one more. No, my wrist is tiny. Okay. Let's go ahead and put this one on. That still may be too big. Hopefully not, though. Okay, so here it is. Really cute. I do like it a lot. Let's see how it is on. And it's way too big. I am going to take out another, at least 2 chain links on either side, probably. I always get them too big every time, so I'm just going to do that real quick. And I do want it to fit. Toggles I like to fit kind of snug because I don't trust them anyway on bracelets as much. I always feel like that I'm afraid they're going to fall off. Now these seem like pretty good toggles. I don't think that, you know, the bar seems pretty big, and I don't think that they would be real easily to fall off, but they could be. So I like a toggle to fit, a bracelet made with a toggle to fit a little bit tighter. That way I can feel if it's there. You know, if it falls off, I probably might notice more, but I have lost bracelets made with toggles before, and that's no fun, especially when you've worked hard and, you know, put a lot of effort into it. A couple of the ones that I lost were bead weaving ones, and I was like, oh, they took me forever to make, and then I lost them because they had a toggle clasp. Don't trust toggles too much on bracelets, and I don't trust magnetic clasps too much on bracelets. I love them on necklaces, but not so much on bracelets. Unless it's a super strong magnet or a super secure toggle. Alright, so I'm just trying to get this off. Now I'll use those chain links. I'll just put them back together probably. But this chain I will probably not be using. I don't think I'll be using it on the earrings at all. But definitely going to use the little chips and the lantern beads in the rings. Alright, let's try that. See if that's better. Should be. Yeah, that is better. It's not tight, and I don't want it, you know, to the point where it's bugging me, but it is tight enough to where, you know, I can feel it. This does seem like a pretty big bar for this toggle, this ring, so I don't think it's really going to come undone, but you never know. So I like to be able to feel it there. So anyway, that turned out super cute. I really like it. I love it, and I love this necklace too. It's just really pretty together, especially. So if you want to see the earrings, please subscribe and ring the bell so it'll notify you when I upload them, because I will be doing a set of earrings to go along with this. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you're interested in subscribing to Bargain Bead Box, there will be links in the description box below the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!